This is a very special, special day for a lot of us. And I'm truly blessed to be a part of it. I'd like to thank everybody. Just take a look around you and see all the wonderful, wonderful people here. And give everybody a wonderful hand. You folks have made Watertown a great place to live. Thank you. Hold the balls. Thank you. Thank you. The first thing, I'm going to jumble my talk. I first want to talk about a person who doesn't really get a lot of credit here. He was the director of recreation in Watertown for 36 years. Did a wonderful job coaching St. Pat's of Watertown until me and Brian Platt forced him to retire. How about a nice hand for Mr. Tom Sullivan, director of recreation? And right next door, we got Skippy White. For those who don't know, we were blessed with two great coaches. Tommy Sullivan was the basketball coach, and Edmund Griffin was our baseball coach at St. Pat's of Watertown. Skippy White, Edmund Griffin. When we talk about the league, and people say, how many years? And those are the guys that started it. So thank you, Tom, Coach, and Coach Griffin, AKA Skippy White. And Skippy, if you'd like to sing for us later, we'd really appreciate it. Again, on behalf of the town, I'd like to thank the families who have come here today to celebrate their lives, their loved ones' lives. I do apologize, I'll take the heat. It took a little while for Kenny, but we're here for Kenny. And I'd like to thank Libby and the Timperio family for being here today and offer our condolences. Let's have a nice hand for Libby and the Timperio family. And obviously, I'm sorry, Patty, it took a little while. Let's have a wonderful hand for Patty, Vincent, the family. Vincent. And also to my left, I want to first acknowledge, sometimes it's hard to get out here. Let's have a special moment for Billy O'Brien, Mr. and Mrs. O'Brien, the beautiful bench. Jay O'Brien. Look at that scoreboard. Obviously, we got some wonderful parents, Big Phil and Anna Santola. How about Mr. Pappas? Coach Pappas is here. Mr. Pappas was a wonderful man. How about Coach Pappas? Let's have a nice hand for the Pappas family. And obviously, I don't see Raffy here, but little Raffy was a wonderful member of our family here. And Raffy and Sandy lost their lovely son a long time ago. So we remember all these wonderful people. And one of the great things about the league, we've been going about 50 years, and it's special. It really is special. Of all the, the back and forth, I love kind of busting chops a little bit, but this is very unique. I don't think any place else in the country that you have the community and the basketball league outdoor that has gone this far. So thank you to everybody for attending today. A couple of years ago, Billy O'Brien, how many years has Billy passed, Fitz? Plus 10. And then we lost Jay Ryan, so a bunch of the league members, we got Mark English, Jeremy, John Wan, and Ray Davidian, thought up a nice opportunity to raise some money for a couple of benches. And I think a couple of years ago, we dedicated these benches, 3, my God, time's flying. But look at the beautiful benches, and thank you to those guys and the folks who supported that over the years. Thank you, Mark and Jeremy and John, as well as Ray. Thank you. I'm going to love this one because nobody in their right mind would say that I'm going to be calling Emilio Capola up here and we're going to be hugging and kissing. Okay? Impossible. But I think the similarities, me and Emilio, we're wonderful family folks. We work very hard. We're very dedicated. And he's wonderful what he does. So when that group of guys reached out 3 years ago, he was the guy to step up. Watertown Landscaping and Emilio and his family did a wonderful job. So we have a little plaque today. Where's Shannon? Is Shannon here taking? Shannon, can you help me with this, please? And somebody, one of the workers for me. Emilio, will you come forward, please? I'm going to give you a nice wet one. Recognition award. Wait a minute, Shannon, come on. No, right there, right in front of us. Gotta get a good shot of this. This is one of the, me and him, my grateful appreciation for your outstanding dedication and commitment in creating the patio and granite bench area as a lasting memorial to our members of the Watertown Recreation Men's Summer Basketball League, August 4, 2016. As well as a young man, Mr. O'Connell, who would come here and bring a couch and watch the games. Now these gentlemen are truly legends. They're wonderful people in our community and really have made a difference, and we wanted to really acknowledge them today. So I'm going to walk over to them to make it a little easier for them. But we just have a little plaque of appreciation. And this is to Mrs. Whoa. Ooh. How far? Special recognition award presented to David O'Connell. In recognition of your contributions, guidance, and support, we present you with this special award. Your enthusiasm to the league is appreciated, and you've been an inspiration to all of us. Watertown Recreation Department, Men's Summer Basketball League, August 4, 2016. Thoughts and prayers with Mrs. Tolan. And another outstanding gentleman, special recognition award presented to Mr. Edward Tolan. In recognition of your contributions, guidance, and support, we present you with this special award also. Your enthusiasm, both of you were great. Your enthusiasm to the league is appreciated and have been an inspiration to us all. Watertown Recreation Department, Men's Summer Basketball League, August 4, 2016. I mean, this is what it's really about. These guys were absolutely crazy. The Finnegan Club and the Johnson Club. So instead of me talking, but look at the picture. Outstanding. Rico, is that Tommy? David Donovan, Jocko, Kenny, Hickster, Chico, Limmy, Phil Costello, and Frank. What a group, right in front of the Boys and Girls Club. Beautiful. So, this is a special night for us. Without further ado, I'd like to have Paul Kelly come up and talk about Kenny Vincent. Paul?
Thank you for coming down for Kenny and Dave. What a great night, Peter. Tough act to follow, right? But way back in the day, Kenny was probably in the league for over 40 years. And it started on a Saturday morning at Victory Field. Sully ran it. And then it grew to the commissioner, the original commissioner, Ed Griffin, and Kenny played in it. There were 4 original teams, all Watertown people, and Peter has taken it to another level to make it probably one of the greatest leagues in the state, maybe New England, who knows. But Kenny was a great guy. He played his heart out. He never lost an argument to a referee. He invented a new language on the basketball court. Does everybody agree there? And other than that, I could go on and on, but he's missed. I'm sure his family misses him, and we all miss him. God bless him, and thank you, Peter, for everything. And you're just a wonderful guy, and thank you, everybody.
You know, this is really wonderful, especially for the younger guys who don't really appreciate, everybody talks about the guys now, but it's those guys that really made it. And thank you guys. You guys are the really made it. And had a lot of fun, and I appreciate it. Our next guest speaker, and again, I'd love to promote St. Pat's of Watertown. Famous Billy Wiedemann will talk about Dave Timperio. Billy? Of course, he had to wear a native football shirt.
everybody. First of all, I just want to thank Peter. Peter's run the league since Northeastern Hall of Famer, legendary Edmund Griffin ran it. And Peter's done such a great job commemorating the athletes that have played in the league and died before their time. So a big shout out to Peter. Thank you very much. Dave was one of those athletes. But before I go any further, I want to recognize the Vincents, obviously, the Morrisseys, but the Timperios. And Libby, Dave, and Matt, can you stand up real quick and just, this is the heart of what drove Dave and his family. Dave was a three-sport athlete at St. Pat's High School. He played over at least 15 years. I try to think how long, and I've been concussed so many times. The CTE said it, and I couldn't remember, so I threw 15 in there. He loved playing in the league, especially when Peter started the Legends division. He didn't have to continue playing against younger players. He thoroughly enjoyed the familiarity and camaraderie of the Legends players. Get the music back, I'm going to keep going. Dave often called Peter's conspiracy theories with me. He said Peter would put poor players on his team and had the referees against them, and that was half the fun of the league. He constantly talked about it. He'd call me, and he'd come out and complain to Peter, and he'd go, "You're beautiful, kid, you're beautiful," and he loved it. He loved it. But it was a fun part of the league, the competition, seeing old teammates, reminiscing about high school and basketball's last game, how sore we felt after the game, watching the next game with adult beverages. Dave was totally immersed in the culture. He missed playing in the league when he decided to run the Bedford Football League, and he did a great job with that. All of us who played against him realized how competitive he was and how he wanted to win. But we also understood Dave as a person. He was intense but compassionate. He was loud but understanding. What we'll miss most about Dave is his illegal picks and his hard fouls. Quality, his jump shot, he drove to the basket with a high level for a person his size, very athletic that he was. Dave was a husband, a competitor, a state trooper, and most of all, a friend. Thank you.
Libby and Patty and Libby, come on up if you want with your family. We're gonna take off the covering. This is on behalf of Kenny Vincent and Dave Timperio and all that they brought to their lives. This is a wonderful family. How about a nice hand for their family? On behalf of the Vincent family and the Timperio family, please take the liberty of removing the cloth and show the beautiful granite bench in honor of both David and Kenny. Please feel free. Wonderful, there it is. Thank you very much. That ends the official festivities, but please stick around. Feel free to take some pictures with the family on the bench. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.